Anime fans love a good underdog story, and there's nothing more satisfying than seeing a seemingly weak character who turns out to be incredibly powerful. In recent years, there have been a number of new anime that feature this type of protagonist. Here are 10 of the best new anime where the mech seems weak, but is actually overpowered. Number 10. Faraway Paladin. In The Faraway Paladin, Will is a human child who is raised by 3 undead creatures. Will is initially weak, but he quickly learns how to use his magic and fighting skills to become stronger. He also develops a strong bond with his adoptive parents, and they teach him the importance of compassion and kindness. Number 9. The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. In The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest, Matthias Hildesheim is a sage who is reincarnated in a new world with a weak crest. However, Matthias is determined to become the strongest sage again, and he uses his knowledge and experience to become a powerful mage. Number 8. My Next Life as Villainess. All routes lead to doom. In My Next Life as a Villainess, all routes lead to doom. Katarina Clays is a young woman who is reborn as the villainess of an anime game. In the game, Katarina is destined to be killed by the hero, but she is determined to change her fate. Katarina uses her knowledge of the game to avoid her death. And Number 7. Suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moved to a starter town. Lloyd Belladonna, the protagonist of this anime, comes from a village near the legendary Last Dungeon, known for producing weak heroes. Despite this, Lloyd is extremely powerful, thanks to the village's low level of difficulty. As he ventures out into the world, he amazes everyone with his strength, even though he still considers himself weak. Number 6. Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. In Cautious Hero, the hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Seiya Ryugen is a hero who is so cautious that he's afraid to take any risks. As a result, Seiya always comes prepared, and he's able to defeat his enemies without getting hurt. However, Seiya's cautiousness can also be a hindrance, as it prevents him from enjoying life to the fullest. Number 5. The Rising of the Shield Hero. In The Rising of the Shield Hero, Naofumi Iwatani is a high school student who is summoned to a fantasy world along with 3 other heroes. Naofumi is given the Shield Hero, which is considered to be the weakest of the 4 weapons. However, Naofumi is determined to prove himself, and he eventually becomes one of the strongest heroes in the world. Number 4. Redo of Healer. Redo of Healer follows Kiyoru, a healing hero who experiences immense suffering and betrayal. Driven by his desire for revenge, Kiyoru gains the ability to reset time and relive events with his memories intact. His newfound powers and unwavering resolve to change the course of history make him an overpowered anti-hero, wreaking havoc on those who wronged him. Number 3. Soma Spider. So what? This anime centers on a nameless high school girl who is reincarnated into a fantasy world as a weak spider monster. Initially, she struggles to survive in a dangerous labyrinth, but she gradually gains skills and levels up, evolving into a powerful and cunning spider monster. The series highlights her growth from an underdog to an overpowered force to be reckoned with. Number 2. The Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. In The Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Barbatos is the demon lord who conquered the world. However, he is tired of war and conflict, so he reincarnates as Ard Meteor, a human teenager. Ard is initially weak, but he quickly learns how to use his magic and martial arts skills to become stronger. He also uses his wisdom and experience to help others and solve problems. And on number 1 spot, we have I'm Standing on a Million Lives. And I'm Standing on a Million Lives. Yusuke Yotsuya is a high school student who is transported to a fantasy world along with 2 of his classmates. In this world, they are tasked with completing dangerous quests in order to survive. Yusuke is initially weak, but he quickly learns how to use his intelligence and problem-solving skills to overcome challenges. He also develops a strong bond with his teammates, and they work together to achieve their goals. These are just 10 of the best new anime where the mech seems weak but is actually overpowered. If you're looking for an anime with a satisfying underdog story, then you should definitely check out one of these shows.